Okay, so I had an OU tournament battle yesterday with Etern, and yeah, I just wanted to break down what happened basically. Pretty proud of this one, but yeah, I'm gonna break down my match. So we'll start off. So Etern's got like a very bulky team. Volk immediately off the bat. Volcanions, kind of annoying. It really just was my moth, like you'll see. Um, and yeah, Tinglu is a bit annoying too. So yeah, this is gonna be a tough match. Obviously, this guy's the NU tier leader and a top player who's won tournaments before, so he's pretty good. So I was expecting to get curbstomped. Um, but yeah, so turn one, I lead the regular Ninetales. He leads Sneasler. Now, looking back, I shouldn't have gambled it, but I stayed in and just got my veil up. If I'd been put to sleep here, it would have been very bad. Or got parried even. That would have been just as bad. I went hard morph because obviously I can't get status. Yeah, Tinglu comes in. I was kind of expecting that. This is Energy Ball morph, Terra Grass, so in a way I could have doubled up the Energy Ball, but it's not too different to get +1 and just tearing then. So yeah, and at least you don't gamble the switch, you know. So yeah, we did 60 there. He wallens me out as expected. I just try and chip him here. He gets up his spike. Now, okay, yeah, this is annoying. So I go hat, because it's the only thing that doesn't get... Well, it has great coverage. Everything else in my team gets destroyed, except for hat. I set up here. Now, I know, depending on his set, Make It Rain can kill me. If he specs, I'm pretty sure. So I set up here, and it seems like a bit of a throw, but at least it guarantees he's going to attack into me. Which then next turn allows me to get in the moth. You'll see. There we go. It ends. I'm dead. But then I get in the moth for free. I get another fiery dance off. Obviously the Volk then just hard walls me. I do no type of damage to it, so that's a bit annoying. I knew he'd flamethrower there. He seems to. I don't think flamethrower was the best player in this party. He definitely should have went for like steam eruption. But yeah. Yeah, got the Tinglu. Go back. Sack the Ninetales. Yeah. Now he's at negative. He goes Zam. Okay. Now I feel like that's a bit of a gamble because if I get status, that's kind of bad for me. But yeah, let's see. Okay, he goes Zap. So I'm also walled by Zap here because I have nothing for it. I don't even have Stone Edge. So the okay, he Volt switches out. And now I'm trying to crunch. Well, I'm just seeing what he's going for first actually. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so it's just under a 2-hit KO. And that confirms he specs basically. Because that wouldn't have KO'd otherwise, I'm pretty sure. So now I go Ursaluna. Because I know he specs, so I'm getting a free KO here. No matter what comes in, is getting knocked out. So he goes Tusk, which is great, and it's gone. But I'm still in a bad position where my Moth is walled, and I have to keep rotating the Ursaluna to get some chip every time. Well, get some KOs. Which is kind of awkward because I have less to play with than he does, so it's not going to work out ultimately in the end. So yeah, CCs, because I know I have no switching. I don't want my Tusk to get put to sleep. That's the annoying thing about Sneasler here, is like you can never switch into it safely because because you can just get screwed in any way possible. So yeah, now I go Tusk. I want to get a bulk up here and try and win the game, because otherwise I'm gonna lose. You U-turns, which is lucky for me. And yeah, here I was not expecting this. I spinner doesn't KO anyway. I think it does like 96 max. But yeah, Ice Terror just seals the game. I have nothing. And he just Terror blasts. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you go Moth. It was a roll to kill, but it didn't matter ultimately because he just goes Volk and kills me anyway. So yeah, that's game one. Not looking good. However, where's game two? Okay, so game two. He's got Como on his team, which is kind of annoying if he tears. But if he doesn't, I have both Val and Moth deal with him pretty well. I'm just looking at his team and he is very fairy weak, very fairy weak. The only counter to that is well, he also has Iron Valiant and Moth. So my lead here is obviously Glim into his Ninetales. Expected. I get my rocks up for free. And now I know he's gonna encore me, but I stay in because if he does encore me, I burn a turn of his Veil for free basically. So I knew he was gonna encore. I stayed in anyway. Because now his Veil has been burned for another turn. Free, nothing's happened. So it was definitely worth it in my opinion. He went Como here. I didn't expect him to be so aggressive, and now he switched into Moth. So this is a bad position for him. Like logically, you should attack immediately, but he doesn't. Or Terror into like a resist and then attack. But yeah, he doesn't. He stays in and just sets up for some reason. I'm guessing he expected the set to be energyable like the last one, maybe. That makes sense. But yeah, Como sets up here. Now he's at 2%, and this is one of my worst plays I've made. So here I'm thinking, well, Clang Scales is the thing that I'm most expecting. But I don't want to eat a Boom Burst. I could Dazzling Gleam and just kill him and he's got nothing out of this. And that would have been a better play in hindsight. However, I have Terra Fairy and I'm getting greedy. I want to get a free sub up. So the next thing that comes in, I have to break this up. So I gamble and I'm like, okay, I want to see what he clicks. Forgetting that Clang Scales is a sound move too. So it's just as bad as Boom Burst regardless. And so I don't Terra and sub and then die. So as you see, which is like, in any other match, that's such a big throw. I was trying to get a free sub for no reason ultimately. I mean, it would have put me in a position to win the game if I got a sub up. But yeah, like even if my play was correct, like that doesn't cover for Boom Burst anyway. So I don't know what I was going to do. There's like no logic behind it, behind just being greedy. I should just took the kill while I could with a Fiery Dance and got a +1 hopefully. But instead I wanted to be greedy and just sacked my Moth for no reason. So yeah, definitely a lot of learning to do regarding that. But luckily he doesn't really have an answer to Valiant except for his own Valiant. So I switch. Oh, I go Gambit, yeah. Okay, to get a guaranteed kill. Okay, that makes sense. He goes Moth. Yeah, okay, so I go Glim. Yeah, so I was gonna Power Gem here. Is that right? He gets the KO because he has Psychic. I didn't expect that. None of them have that. So now I get a Valiant for free and I'm faster. Now this Valiant has Psyshock and Moonblasts and it's Calm Mind. So he doesn't know that, and he stays in, and he's expecting to wall me still, and he doesn't. So he goes 9 tails here, and I'm like, this thing is not a threat. It doesn't kill me. So here I'm like, okay, if I use Hypnosis, I can get a +1 and just sweep the rest of his team. The only exception being his Iron Valiant could potentially outspeed me in the speed tie. But yeah, so I gambled it. It paid off. And yeah, from here the game's in a bad position for him. Like I Calm Mind, I Fairy Terror here, just to guarantee all the kills. So he's dead. He didn't even Sucker Punch in return, which is fine. He probably went for Iron Head, which is probably the better play, assuming I choke. Roaring Moon isn't plus speed, which is great. Now it's gone. And yeah, he forfeits. So I'm expecting him not to be booster speed here. Because otherwise, why would you forfeit? You know, that's what I'm expecting. And yeah, that's game 2. Okay, I'm back since I got interrupted. But yeah, in game 2, I don't know. I feel like I made a few mistakes, and if it had not been for Val in the back, in any other game that could be a major flow. So yeah, it's not ideal. I'll be careful around sound moves. Also, you know, maybe I shouldn't be so reliant on Hypnosis. I just felt it was the best course of action because I don't want him getting a free veil up and then like +1 doesn't kill most things, you know. Because like the Moonblast stops one hit killing everything on his team after that veil goes up. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I won because this guy's pretty good. On to game 3. Okay, so here's our third match in the best of 3, the final one. And yeah, he has I think this is the same as the first thing. Now, I know to take this with a grain of salt because sometimes, you know, they can pretend it's the same and there will be completely different sets to take you off guard. So I wasn't assuming it was the same, but it turns out it was. I'm assuming like maybe he lost last match and was like, okay, this team worked first time, so I'll use it again. But right, okay, so turn 1. He leads Sneasler again. He leads Sneasler again into Ninetales. This is what happened in game 1. Now I know better than to let this thing get put to sleep. And then my game's over immediately if that happens. Or at least I'm in a very, very tough situation. So I go Moltres here, knowing he's going to Diaclor immediately. Then I can fish for the burn. And then if he's burned, that's a tough position for him. And I can U-turn out. But he gets the poison. Which is not ideal, but it's fine. It happens. I roost up. And then U-turn here, I'm guessing. Or Willow. Yeah, okay, Willow. Covering, switching, I'm guessing. He spikes. I should U-turn now. Yeah. Task. Alright, yeah. Here, I go Task. And I'm like, okay. He's immediately going to think I'm going to Rapid Spin. I'm baiting that. And now I'm going to get my rocks up. Because I know he's going to go either Zap or Gold here. And logically, the answer is Zap. Because you don't want to eat a headlong on a switching, so Yeah, I got 3 rocks here. Oh, he stays in. Oh yeah, this is the switching. Okay, so I switched to Tusk, and he predicts. Well, he might not predict. That'd be Ruinations anyway. Um, and here I bait the zap, get 3 rocks up. Um, now immediately I start to realize I have very limited switch-ins to zap. Like there's only so long I can take Volks before I start dying to stuff. So I go Ninetales again, get my Veil up for a second time. Hurricane misses, which is lucky. But yeah, he Volts. Goes Volcanion, walls me. I Hypnosis here, because I know this thing is a pain. But now I can use it as setup, as setup, this up in front of it now, if I get the opportunity, which comes up later. Man, if he comes in here, I know immediately this thing's asleep, so I start setting up. I'm gonna take heart until he switches, or at least if he wakes up, because he ain't gonna do any much damage to me regardless. Even if he wakes up, like the worst thing that he can do is okay. He taunts, which is fine. Stored power, almost 2 hits. 5 spins kind of annoying. I know he's gonna switch to Tinglu here. Well, I have a feeling, but it would be stupid of me to hard Scald into a Volk. So I just, what do I do? I don't remember what my mage ground was. Do I just stored power knowing he switches? Yeah, I do. Okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, I did it because I know for a fact, like, what's the worst that can happen? He can whirlwind me out, and I'm not taking much damage at all anyway. So yeah, I definitely, it was definitely better playing it safe than just hard predicting. So yeah, I guess a Scald offer it almost kills. Yeah, Gambit comes in. Do I? Okay, I go Ninetales. I expect him to spike here, I'm guessing. So I can get a Veil up again. Oh, he went for Ruination. Makes sense. Yeah, so I Veil here, free Veil, Hypnosis, put you to sleep again. Now we can go back to Maniphy and force the issue once again. He has to go back to Tinglu every time. Yeah, there we go. He comes in. Now do I set up here or do I Scald Roll? I feel like setting up's the better play, but I feel like I Scald Roll here, which isn't what I'd go for, right? Yeah, okay, he baits that and gets the Volcanion switch. Yeah, setting up's always better because he can't remove me immediately. Like, I can at least get one setup before he can whirlwind. And that also doesn't gamble the fact that he can go Volk and get a recovery. So that was definitely a bad play there. So yeah, he goes Sneasler. I know it's not really an issue unless he puts me to sleep, because yeah, Take Heart removes all of those issues. He decides to U-turn here, which is good for me. I get another one, I think. Yep. Now he's. I know this is choice specs from the previous game, presumably. So he's gonna Shadow here, I imagine. I Scald for the damage. Oh, he tricks. Yeah, okay, even better. I wasn't expecting trick, I'll be honest. It's a good thing that I Scalded. Now I know I'm expecting him here in this position to go hard Volcanion because it's like he's got me good here because Stored Power is walled by Tinglu and Volk is walled by Scald is walled by Volk, right? So I'm expecting him to hard Volk here. So I take the gamble. Well, it's not really a gamble because it KOs anyway, but I went for Stored Power. So the only thing, yeah, there's no way he'd go into Tinglu immediately. So then he didn't switch, and it didn't work out. But I still got a kill on gold, so it's fine. Like ultimately, it would have like if he regardless he stays in and then just switches to whoever is immune to anyway, right? So there is no correct play here. I just take the kill and switch. That's my best play. So yeah, I went Moltres here. Probably gonna U-turn. Let's see what am I doing. Yeah, I do U-turn. Where's my switch in here? Do I go Tusk here? Is this where I go Tusk? No, I go Gambit. Okay, yeah. Because I know Gambit can always take one hit, unless it's like Heat Wave. Even then, I don't know if that kills. So I try and chip this thing, which is not a good play, but I don't really have much switch-ins to zap, so I have to do what I can to kill it. Now, yeah, I take the Tingu. He sacks that. He goes Tusk. I know to go hard Moltres every time in front of Tusk. He baits that, I think. Yeah, but that's fine. He knows I'm weak to zap here, so I know he's gonna Volt. So I go Tusk, and then I'm like, okay, I'm in a bad position. I have to sack something regardless. I might as well just go for the spin and hope that Hurricane misses, or he goes for the Volt again, expect me to switch. But no, that right. So yeah, the Volt switch. So I stay in and try and get the spin off. Didn't work out, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. I go Manaphy. Oh right, yeah, I remember now. So I go Manaphy, and I know for a fact this baits him to go Volcanion, which is asleep. So I know, because obviously I'm not going to click Stored Power because at base it does 20, right? But Scald is always a good move to click when you're locked for Scald, right? So obviously I bait that. I know he's going to go Volk here, and so I use that opportunity because I wouldn't have one otherwise with my Ninetales to get a free Veil up here. That's what I do. That's probably my best play of the match. So I get a free Veil, and then I sack here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because obviously like spikes are gonna do me in next time. So go Moltres. I roost here on the switch, I imagine. Yep. Now he's gonna Volt again. Now I U-turn. This is where. What do I U-turn into? Is this where I go Ogerpon? I think it is, right? Because he oh yeah, he froze here. There's a big throw. Like why? I don't know why you go Volt here. Maybe he was expecting the Flamethrower or Willow. I'm not sure, but anyway, going Volt here was kind of a bad play because now it allows me to set up with my Ogerpon for free, unchallenged. And I know for a fact, like this opportunity, this moment is game one. I think in my head because when I set up here, Cudgel kills everything. It doesn't kill Zap in one. However, I know Cudgel is not a contact move, so the only way he can kill me is by Moltres Hurricane, not Moltres, Zapdos Hurricane Confusion, and then I hit myself in Confusion, and then I die. Or Sneasler was also another option, but we find out that he's actually not unburdened. I think there are a few times throughout the match where he's not being unburdened. So yeah, I set up here, and now, yeah, Terra. This should nuke everything other than Zappy, and I think Tusk also lives one potentially. So yeah, the crit mattered, definitely mattered. However, he still had like a very limited chance of killing me, even if like it was like 17 to 30% into like what was it 1 in 4, so it's pretty low. It's like very low. But I mean, it wasn't a 0, so it did matter, of course. So then he goes Tusk here. He hasn't terrored yet, so I was concerned. I was like, should I knock here? And I was like, no, there's no reason to overthink it. I'll wait until he terrors before, because I'm already in a good position. So yeah, Ivy, and I get a crit again, which again does matter. It does matter. But I don't think he can kill me with anything anyway. So yeah, he bulks up here, which is, I don't agree with that play at all. It's a bit greedy. So then I knock here, and I also have superpower, so I know that does more than knock. So I know it kills here. He spins, yeah, here we go. Because he thinks potentially, I'm not sure what he's thinking, I'll be honest. Spinning wasn't the play. You take the kill if you can, and then worry about spinning later. But yeah, I have superpower which kills. Maybe he thinks I don't have anything to kill him with. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's last game because he knew obviously Bob was asleep and dies anyway. So yeah, I mean I was not expecting to win, but you know maybe I was selling myself short a little bit. And the best thing is I won with Ogre-Pon on the Ogre-Pon sweep. I was very happy about that because even on a ladder it's hard to get the grass Ogre-Pon to sweep. Just because, well, especially like early ladder where it was just everyone was using fire teams, sun teams, fire Pon. Has died down a lot now, so maybe it'd be better now. But isn't it you now? But yeah, I do like this one. It's pretty good. Like you can, like a lot of things will stay in front of you, and then with the speed boost, you can take the KOs, which is nice. It's just not as, it doesn't have the sweeping potential because a lot of things like can deal with grass, and then like knock. You have to run knock and superpower for the steel types, and it's just not. I've seen play rough too. That can also work. Um, but yeah, they're just outside KO range for the most part once you set up. But yeah, happy I won. It was a good showing. Etern did some high level plays for sure. Um, and yeah, round 3 is next then, pretty sure. So yeah, GG.